Hey guys, Austin here. Welcome to a brand new episode of No Vision Gaming. Today we're going to be playing through a game that I've only played through the first chapter. It is called Frequency Missing for the iPhone. Don't remember if it's on Android, but if it is, then go ahead and get it. From what I played, I can't believe it's a free game. There's a whole lot of production value that went into this game. It's a audio only point and click video game. I do want to warn you, I don't have any equipment for stereo recording, so all my recording is going to be taking place in mono audio. If you want to get the full-fledged experience with stereo audio, I would recommend downloading the game for yourself. Again, it is free, it is self-voicing, and let's get into it. Let's play Frequency Missing.
Welcome to Frequency Missing.
Oh, thank you.
This game is played in landscape mode with the home button to the right.
Okay.
Main menu.
Ooh, new game.
Continue.
Now, as I said,
New game.
I played through some of this, so I know the basics.
Help. Do you want to play the tutorial one more time? Yes.
We'll play through the tutorial for you guys.
In Frequency Missing, you can explore menus and the game world by dragging one finger across the screen to listen for objects. When you find an object you want to use, release your finger. Remember to wear your headphones correctly to separate right and left, right and left. Now you will try to find an object in the game world. Hold down one finger on the screen. You can now hear a person whistling. Drag your finger toward the sound until you hear a click.
Okay, so let's drag. He's currently on my right, so let's drag the finger to the right.
Good. Now, release your finger to select the object.
Hello.
Hey there.
Perfect. You found a person and have started a conversation. Hold down one finger on the screen and move it up and down to hear topics to choose from. Release your finger to select. Now, give it a shot. Try to talk about the weather. Economy. The weather.
The weather is great.
Good. Now choose buy, and let's move on. Beverage. Food. Travel. Buy.
Goodbye.
Good. That's it for the tutorial.
Thank you.
Now choose New Game in the menu to start the game. Main menu. Continue. New game.
We're not going to continue. We're going to select new
If you
game.
start a new game, your previously saved game will be overwritten. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Yes. Yes, the game autosaves, so you can pick up where you left off.
Okay, that's always good.
Oh, my head. What happened?
It's going to take me to YouTube because of a notification.
Am I?
Let's
It's
go
so
back in
dark.
the Frequency Missing.
Ouch! I'm locked in! Help! Is someone there?
I
No.
probably shouldn't have done that. If they hear me, they might knock me out again. I hear some rattling.
Yeah, they probably
If I
will.
feel around, I might be able to locate where that noise is coming from.
Oh, it's coming to my left. Okay, you hear
screw.
that click, so release
I
the
might be
finger.
able to pry it loose
Oh,
with
there's
my
a screw.
hands.
Okay, let's see if we can. Oh,
There we
we
go.
were able to pry it loose.
It's still locked. Maybe there are more screws.
Maybe. I hear something. Let's.
Another screw! It's starting to give way.
Okay, there's another screw here, so let's find it.
Yes!
Nice. Frequency
Chapter
missing.
1.
let's begin.
3 days earlier.
Okay, 3 days earlier.
April 13th, 8:35 a.m. My first day at work as a reporter for Radio IDUN. Richard would have welcomed me and showed me around, but he disappeared 3 days ago. I'm really worried. Carl might know something about where he is.
Okay. So we are currently in a radio station office. Oh, there's Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Let's talk
How's
to
it
him.
going?
Oh, hi, Patricia. Just fine. How are you settling in?
New at
We're
work.
going to go through all the topics. So let's start
It's a
with new
lot
at
to
work.
process in a short amount of time.
Yes. Something on your mind?
Carl's job.
The first option is Carl's job. Let's
The radio
cycle through
station.
the other options.
The chief. Enough about work. The chief. The radio station. Carl's job. I don't think I've asked you what you do around
Let's
here.
talk about his job.
That's all right. I work as a fact checker and audio technician.
What does a fact checker do?
I check that all the facts are correct.
And as an audio technician?
I make sure that your segments sound good on the air.
Okay, so he's both a fact checker and an audio technician. That's
Carl's
nice.
job. The radio station. Well, I got a quick tour yesterday, but maybe you can tell me more about the radio station.
I don't know what to say. The building is a bit much for my taste. It was originally built as a royal library, apparently. I'm sure Monica at the reception can tell you more about the station.
Okay, so Monica at the workstation. At the reception
The radio
desk, I mean.
station. The chief.
Let's
The
talk
chief
about
has
the chief.
barely had time for me yet. What is he like?
He can be a bit difficult to deal with sometimes. He wants to be one of the crew and make good broadcasts, but he also wants to make his bosses happy.
Oh, he's not in charge?
No, he only runs our department, even if he sometimes acts like he runs the whole station.
Yeah, chances are if someone acts like they run the whole station, they
The radio
probably
station. The chief. Enough about work. Thank you.
don't. Okay, enough about work. We've exhausted
New at
all our
work.
topics there.
Richard.
Okay, let's talk about Richard. Richard is Patricia's friend, and he's gone missing, as you probably heard. So let's release my finger from the
Have
screen
you
and
read
let's
the
talk about him.
newspaper today?
No, what's on your mind?
It said the police have closed the investigation on Richard's disappearance.
What? No one has seen him in 3 days.
I know! They claim there's no indication that a crime has been committed. How can they not care about what happened?
I'm sorry. I know you're good friends. Is there anything I can do?
Thank you, but I don't think so. I was so happy when he got me this job and was really looking forward to working with him. Richard's disappearance. Do you know anything about Richard's disappearance?
No, nothing. I was going to snoop around in his office, but someone had locked it.
Do you think there's anything in there?
I don't know. But he spent a lot of late nights in his office. I thought maybe he had left some notes about what he was working on.
Spent late nights in his office, huh? That
Richard's
sounds like a clue to
disappearance.
me.
Richard's job.
So let's talk about the next option, Richard's
Do you know what he was
job.
working on?
Some stories, but nothing that would explain his disappearance. You spent a lot of time together. He never told you anything?
No, but I got this feeling he wanted to tell me something but couldn't. I thought it might have something to do with what he was working on.
Well, okay,
Richard's
that is,
disappearance.
interesting.
Richard's job. Enough about Richard's job. Richard's. Enough about Richard. Thank you.
We only have those, I believe we have those topics. Let me see what topics we
New
have.
at work. New at work. Richard. Goodbye. Thanks, Carl.
All right,
I'll see you
goodbye.
later.
Goodbye.
Okay. Now let's tap on the screen and see what's on.
Carl,
what's
what is
this?
that device? It doesn't look like an ordinary tape recorder.
Nope, I built it myself. I use it to edit your broadcasts. It's pretty ingenious if you ask me.
Oh, I do ask you, and I have to agree. Now what happens
Carl's
if we
audio
examine it
equipment.
again?
I can show you how it works later.
Okay, it sounds nice. Well, there's really not much to do, not much else to do in here, so, you hear that? Let's release
The
our
lobby.
finger on this door. Go
The
into
radio
lobby
station's
here.
lobby. Grandiose and awe-inspiring. You can't help but be impressed by it.
Again, before we continue, I know I probably don't have to, but I do apologize for the lack of stereo audio. Maybe YouTube will process the video to make it go into stereo. I don't know. I will listen to it and I will let you know in the pinned comment. And I will also ask that if you guys are enjoying it, please consider downloading this game on either the App Store or Google Play. I don't remember if Frequency Missing is on Google Play. If it is not, definitely go and download it on the iOS App Store. It is an incredible game. I can't believe it's free because, as you can hear, there's a lot of production value that went into this. Enough about the game. Let's play the game. So you hear that typewriter? There's someone there. Let's
The
talk
radio
to her.
station's receptionist. Hello, Monica.
Good morning, Patricia. What can I do for you?
Okay, Monica is a character that we don't see very much. At least, I don't think we do. But I do like her. She's a good
Coworkers.
character.
The radio station. The radio station.
So let's see what all the options are before we talk about we start.
The radio
talking to
station.
her. Okay, so we got the radio
Coworkers.
station. Coworkers.
Richard's disappearance.
And Richard's
Goodbye.
disappearance.
Coworkers. The radio station.
Let's talk about the radio
How many
station
people work
first.
here?
Well, we have 60 employees, the biggest and best radio station in the country.
Monica's a very nice character, I will say. I like her accent. I can kind of duplicate it. I really can't duplicate it that well, but I can do a pretty good job of it, in my opinion. Anyway, let's continue
The
talking
office.
to her about the
Where does everyone
office.
sit?
The management use the top floors, of course. They enjoy the view, you see. Down here's the newsroom. You can find some of the reporters, audio technicians, and the department chief here. Between us and the top, there are more reporters and administrators.
Well, nice. More reporters and administrators. Just so you know, I'm not making fun of her accent. I kind of like the voice act. I do a little bit of voice acting on the side. Not officially. I just kind of voice act some stuff that I think of in my head, kind of like improv. I just do from different voices, you know what I'm saying, Mike? Okay,
The
Mike,
office.
so let's...
Work. What is
Let's talk
everyone
about
doing
work.
here?
Well, most of them are reporters like you. There's a lot that goes into making good broadcasts, so we also have several audio technicians and lots of administration.
That is always
Work.
nice.
My job.
Okay, we're gonna talk about my,
Do you know what I'm
My
supposed
job.
to do here?
Don't you know?
Yes, but the chief just told me to get acquainted with the station.
I suppose you'll start with a few small stories here and there. But regardless of what you get to do, you should be proud and happy you're working for this fine radio station.
My job. Enough about the station. Thank you.
Okay, enough about the station.
Coworkers. Richard's Coworkers.
Let's move to the next topic, and
What
that's
can you tell me about our
coworkers.
colleagues?
Who do you have in mind?
The chief.
Let's
The
see.
chief.
Let's see what our options are. There's a chief,
Carl.
Carl,
Stephanie.
and
Enough about
Stephanie.
colleagues.
Now who's?
Stephanie.
And then there's enough
Carl.
about colleagues.
The chief.
Let's talk
What
about
is the
chief
chief
first.
like?
He's an orderly man that knows how to take charge. But between you and me, he can be a bit grumpy sometimes. Oof.
The chief. Carl.
And now let's
What's
talk
Carl
about
like?
Carl.
He's a fun guy that gets along with pretty much everyone at the station. Officially, he's a fact checker, but he mostly works on the audio for the broadcasts.
It's always nice, you know what I'm saying?
Carl. Stephanie.
Okay, let's
Apparently,
talk about
Stephanie will be my mentor. What is she like?
Oh boy.
Oh, is she going to be your mentor? She's pedantic, very skillful, and a respected news anchor. But if you ask me, she can be a bit stuck up sometimes.
Monica's kind of like the friendly neighbor you like to be around, in my opinion. That's my assessment of her. She's a good character. I hope we get to see her some more. I've only played through
Carl.
chapter 1.
Stephanie. Enough about colleagues. Thank you. Coworkers.
Okay.
Richard's
we talked
disappearance.
About coworkers. Now let's move on to the final option, that being Richard's
Do you know anything about what's
disappearance.
happened to Richard?
Well, not more than anyone else, I believe. The police were snooping around here a few days ago, and I'm reading that they don't think a crime has been committed.
Snooping.
It's good that they investigated, but they could have done it without disturbing everyone. To be honest, we didn't get along very well. He was a very good reporter, but he didn't always think the rules applied to him.
Well, outside of work, I'm pretty sure he was a nice guy. But we don't know much about Richard, so apparently the police disturbed a lot of people, and that's not a good idea to do, even though they are police
Coworkers.
guys.
Richard's disappearance. Goodbye. Thanks, Monica.
You hear that? Do you hear that walking? This is the newsroom door. Right now we can't go in it, but we can examine it. And here's
The
what
door
happens
to
if
the
you do.
newsroom, where all the broadcasts are made.
Hold it! We're broadcasting live. You need the chief's permission to go in there.
Okay. Thanks for telling me, Monica. Okay, so there are 2 doors here. I'm gonna examine this door
Richard's
first.
office. It's locked. Could there be a clue to his disappearance in there?
And now let's
The chief's
examine
office.
this door.
A
go in
well-furnished
there.
office that smells of leather and cigars.
Okay. So here we are. You can hear the news broadcast being broadcasted over a radio. You can actually examine that, but that's not what we're going to examine first. So there are 2 things we can examine. You hear the sound of what sounds like keys jingling. But let's talk to this. Let's see what this
Excuse me,
thing is.
Chief. Do you have a minute?
Yes,
the chief.
1 minute. What do you want?
Okay, Mr. Jameson.
Richard has disappeared. Richard has disappeared.
Let's look at all the options.
Locked office. Goodbye. Locked. Richard has disappeared.
Okay, we only have 2 options and then the normal goodbye option. But let's talk about Richard.
What do
has
you know about
disappeared.
Richard's disappearance?
Only what the police have said.
And what is that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Aren't you concerned about your employees?
Of course I am. There's just not a whole lot I can do about it. We've got radio to produce. I don't have time to worry about something that's out of my hands. I'm sorry, I know the 2 of you were friends.
But you're the manager. You can't just sit there and hope for the best.
Careful now. Richard's recommendation is the only reason you're here.
I will say this about the chief. He's a nice guy. You can tell that he does care, that he is concerned about Richard's disappearance, but unfortunately, there's not a lot he can do. He can't take care of the situation because it's out of his hands. Now, we've talked about
Richard has
disappearance.
disappeared. Locked office.
Let's talk about
Why
the
is
locked
Richard's
office.
office locked?
The police have already investigated it. They didn't find anything. You have to understand, I don't want other people running around in there causing even more trouble.
They must have missed something.
Are you doubting the police's competence? Stop meddling with things you don't understand and go do your job.
This is a video game, Chief. Of course I'm gonna doubt the police. You ever played Ace Attorney? Oftentimes the police don't get their job done. This is video game logic, so I am gonna doubt and say that they did miss something. So you hear that cabinet jingle? Let's examine
cabinet.
this.
Get away from there. Do you often rummage through other people's belongings?
The key to Richard's office is probably in there, but I'll never get to it as long as the chief is here.
I really don't have time for you right now. Go to the newsroom. Maybe you can learn a thing or two about live broadcasting.
Okay, so there's really not much we can do in here right
lobby.
now. Let's go into the lobby. Here we go. Let's examine the newsroom.
The newsroom. Monica, the chief said I could go in.
All right, just be careful and don't do anything to disturb them.
The newsroom. Furnishings are simple and functional. It's the heart of the station.
Greenwood Steel has a new manager. I'm Stephanie, your host.
Okay, you can hear.
But first, a little music.
You can hear Stephanie doing some broadcasting. She's a good reporter from what I hear. The voice acting in this game is phenomenal. How did they get production value? There was, from my knowledge, there was no Kickstarter, and this game is not paid, as I've already mentioned. There are no in-app purchases or anything. So, how did they get paid? Well, how did they get the production value, I should say? I don't know. Either way, this game is awesome so far. Oh, so already, you hear that?
Stephanie
Let's
is
examine
in the
this.
speaker booth, doing a live broadcast. Apparently, she will be my mentor, now that Richard is gone.
Environmental summit by addressing the assembled world leaders.
So Richard was originally going to be my mentor, but he's disappeared, so he can't be.
But it is too early to draw any conclusions. In international news, the conflict in the south is escalating. The mediators believe a solution is in sight, but it will require all involved parties to return to the negotiating table.
What's this?
Everyone here at Radio IDUN is looking for the
A large switch. Do I dare pull it?
In financial news, it was announced today that Anderson is the
I will say this. Oftentimes, if you need to get someone out of there, if you need to get someone...
Yes. Yes.
Oftentimes in video games, if you want to get someone out, out of a room,
No. Yes.
you need
No.
to...
Yes.
You need to flip it.
What the heck are you doing?
What are you doing, Butterfingers? You just interrupted a live broadcast.
I'm sorry. I lost my balance and fell on the switch.
Get out.
Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but it should keep him busy for a while.
Okay, so let's
The chief's office.
go into the chief's office. This game does not require voiceover, I should say. But now that the chief is not in here, we can steal these keys.
This key looks like it could open the door to Richard's office.
I don't care whose fault it is. It's your job to make sure these things don't happen.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. We're working as fast as we can. It's good of you to remind me.
We had some temporary technical difficulties, but they're now taken care of, and we will continue with the broadcast.
Oh, the broadcast is up and running again. I better get out of here.
The world's leaders meet in a summit.
The lobby.
Has a new manager.
Let's get out of here. Richard's office. Let's see if this
Richard's
key we got
office.
works.
I hope I brought the right key. Yes! Patricia versus Lux. 1-0.
Oh, what do you know?
Richard's office.
It worked.
Okay.
We
Let's
did
see
it.
what you're hiding from me.
Okay, Richard, you don't want to hide stuff from me. I'm the main character of this video game, so I'm gonna find out what we got right here. There's a desk.
A stapler, a tape roll, paper clips, and some blank pages. More or less what you'd expect to find on a desk. Nothing here that tells me what happened to him.
Ooh, what's this?
Richard's noteboard. Nothing of interest there. Hold on. There's a VIP card to the Duke Silverglons Club. I didn't know he was a member there. Isn't that a bit too expensive and exclusive for him? I just noticed that the painting is a bit crooked. There's a safe hidden behind it. I doubt the police would have left it alone if they had found it. I might need some assistance opening it.
Oh no, they would not have. You see, I was right to question. I was right to doubt the police, because I've found. I'm not saying doubt the police in real life. Just do it in video games, because often than not, in video games they are not the smartest. In real life, they can be pretty smart. Sure, they make mistakes, but everybody's not. Nobody's perfect. So, yeah, don't doubt the police in real life. Just do it in video games, unless you're playing as one of them, which I am not.
The lobby.
Okay, here. Let's go to this office. We haven't been in here since the
Carl's in
beginning
my
of the game.
office.
Okay, we're back in the office. There's Carl. Let's talk to him.
What is it?
I managed to get into Richard's office. Someone had turned the place over, but unlike me, they didn't find the hidden safe. We have to open it.
Nice! I have an idea. Should we go to his office?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
bet your
let's go.
biscuits.
Here, take this contact microphone. Place it on the safe, and you might be able to hear when it unlocks.
Wouldn't it be quicker if you did it?
You found it, so it's only fair that you open it as well. I'll keep watch and let you know if someone's coming.
Okay, Richard. Let's see what secrets you've hidden in here. So, how do I do this?
With the contact microphone, you should be able to hear the click from the locking mechanism. When you hear the clunk of the locking bar, you should stop and drag in the other direction. I think these kind of locks usually start to the right, so drag to the right until you hear a clunk, then switch directions. Keep doing that until the safe is open.
Okay, so let's listen carefully. There's one.
No, I think I missed.
You'll have
Oh,
to start
I
over and
missed.
go to the right. These kind of locks probably reset if you do it wrong.
Okay, so let's take it a little slower this time. There's one click.
Yes! Patricia versus Locks.
Yeah.
2-0. Now let's see what you thought was worth hiding, Richard.
What did you find?
A tape. I wonder what's on it.
We'd better listen to this in our office. Let's load the reel into my tape recorder and hear what secrets are hidden on it.
Well, what's wrong with your tape recorder?
It's not my recorder, it's the tape. I'm not entirely sure how I'll fix it. You'll have to give me a few days.
Chapter 2.
April 14th.
All right, we did
The
it.
chief has given me my first assignment. I'm to interview Samuel Silverglands about the renovation and development of the Duke Silverglands Club. A lot of members are big shots, my boss among them. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I'm going to make the best story I can. I'm already on thin ice after that incident in the newsroom. Sadly, I didn't have time to do much research, but apparently Samuel Silvergland's father passed away about a month ago. Oh, wow! Now I see why the club has Duke in its name. This place looks like something you'd find in a castle, with all the leather, mahogany, and paintings all over the place.
Well, guys, I think we're going to end it off here, so be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it. You can also tell me what you thought about this first episode in the comment section down below. Again, I do apologize for the lack of stereo audio. I don't know if YouTube is going to process it and fix that. I will let you know in the pinned comment. However, with all that being said, I've been Austin. You can also subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and you can share this video as well. And now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.